how are you guys doing? Welcome to this month's Bedtime Storytime. Should we start by singing our song? Okay, ready? If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Make your hands all nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Good job. All right, so what are we talking about today? Can you guys tell? Fairy tales. What are fairy tales? Do you guys know? Any of the Disney movies are fairy tales? Any of the Pixar movies are fairy tales? There's another one. Disney, Pixar. Oh, it's gone. I don't remember. You guys will figure it out. So we're going to read some books today that are fairy tales. Okay, ready? Okay. You guys know this one. Who's this girl? The Ariel? Yep. The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is a fairy tale. So The Little Mermaid, adapted by Brooke Vittal, and it's illustrated by Disney. Ariel is a mermaid. She lives under the sea. Ariel is also a princess. Her father is King Triton. Ariel's best friend is a fish named Flounder, and the two love to explore. They collect human treasures. King Triton does not trust humans. He tells Ariel to go to the surface. Ariel does not listen. She goes to the surface and she sees a ship. A man falls off the ship and Ariel saves him. The man's name is Eric and he is a prince. Ariel brings Eric to shore. She sings to him and Ariel falls in love with Eric. Ariel wants to be part of the human world. She wants to be with Eric. Two eels visit Eric. Their names are Flotsam and Jetsam. The eels work for the sea witch. Her name is Ursula. Ursula offers to make Ariel human, and Ariel agrees. Ariel must make Eric love her. He must kiss her by sunset on the third day. If Eric does not kiss Ariel, she will lose her legs. Ariel will belong to Ursula. Ursula takes Ariel's voice, and she gives Ariel legs. Now Ariel is human. Ariel goes to the surface. She finds Eric, but Eric does not know her. That's sad. Eric is looking for the girl who saved him. He heard her voice, but he did not see her face. Eric brings Ariel to the palace. Ariel has no voice. She cannot be the girl that he is looking for. She needs her voice, doesn't she? Ariel and Eric go for a boat ride. Ariel's friends sing to them. Eric leans forward. He's about to kiss Ariel. Ursula does not want Eric to kiss Ariel. Flotsam and Jetsam tip the boat. That's not nice. Ursula makes herself look like a human. She uses Ariel's voice, and she tricks Eric. Ursula's mean. Eric thinks Ursula is a girl named Vanessa. He thinks she is the girl who saved him. Eric asks Vanessa to marry him. Ariel is upset. She thought Eric loved her. On the day of the wedding, Ariel's friend Scuttle learns the truth. Vanessa is Ursula. Scuttle tells Ariel what he learned. Ariel rushes to stop the wedding. You think she gets there in time? Ariel's friends stop Vanessa. Ariel gets her voice back. It's too late. It is sunset. Ariel turns into a mermaid again. Ursula takes Ariel back into the sea. Eric knows now that Ariel is the girl who saved him. Eric loves Ariel. Eric jumps into the sea. Eric fights Ursula. Eric wins, and he saves Ursula. No, he saves Ariel. Sorry. King Triton sees that Eric loves Ariel. He gives Ariel legs, and now she can be with Eric forever. Aww. Okay, what else do we got here? Should we read Snow White or should we read Cinderella? Which one do you think is better? Maybe we'll read Cinderella since we got Cinderella's mice up there. All right, so we got Cinderella's Countdown to the Ball. By Heidi Kilgras, illustrated by Antler Felipe Harchi, and the publisher is Random House. Poor Cinderella. Poof! A fairy godmother. One magic coach. We know how Cinderella goes, don't we? Two coachmen. Three wishes come true. 4 horses and 5 minutes to the ball. 6 royal doormen and 7 men want to dance. Do you remember what happens to her? 8 ladies wait in line. The prince. They meet, they dance, 9 ladies whisper. 10 fingers touch, 11 stars twinkle. Bong, 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 bong. The clock chimes 12 times. Uh-oh. What happens next? Do you guys remember? Run, Cinderella. 1 glass slipper. That's when she loses her slipper, remember? Tap, tap. Too small. Crash! The other slipper. It fits! Happily ever after. End. Okay, how do we know if it's a fairy tale or just a regular story? Do you guys know? There is a few hints to give you. 1, a fairy tale always starts off with once upon a time. The whole story of it, the whole fairy tale will come up as once upon a time. And at the end of the fairy tale story, it will say, and they lived happily ever after. That is how you know if it is a true fairy tale or not. So, once upon a time, and lived happily ever after. And most of the time it says the end after that. But those 2 are the main clues you have. All right, we read 2 stories for the girls. You suppose we should read 1 for the boys? Got any in mind? What are we gonna read? Shrek. Shrek the Third. A good king is hard to find. Adapted by Catherine Hapka, illustrated by Stephen Gordon, and the publisher is HarperCollins. The kingdom of far, far away needs a new king. Shrek and Fiona are next in line for the throne. But Shrek does not want the job. There must be someone else, he says. Anybody? There's only one way to find out. Shrek must find Fiona's cousin, a kid named Arthur Penderdragon. Artie can be king instead. Shrek says goodbye to Fiona and sets off on another adventure with his best friends, Donkey and Puss in Boots. Soon they find Artie. He doesn't look much like a king, but Shrek doesn't care. Come on, your majesty, says Shrek. Let's get you fitted for your crown. His classmates laugh. King, they say? More like the mayor of Loserville. That's not very nice. Artie turns towards the crowd. So long, guys, he says. Have fun in class while I run a kingdom. Artie follows Shrek onto the ship, and they set sail for far, far away. You'll love being king, Shrek tells Artie. You'll have chefs making you fancy food, said Donkey. And you'll have royal tasters so you won't get poisoned, Puss adds. Your royal bodyguards will keep you safe, says Donkey. Poison? Bodyguards? Stop the boat, yells Artie. Uh-oh, he's getting scared. Artie grabs the wheel to turn the ship around. I'm going back, he cries. Back to being a loser, Shrek asks. Then he feels terrible. Shrek and Artie fight to control the ship. They end up crashing it instead. Uh-oh. When they get to shore, the group finds an old wizard named Merlin. He used to be Artie's teacher. Merlin performs a magic spell. It sends Artie and the others straight back to far, far away. Shrek thinks his problems are over. Then he gets a look at far, far away. The evil Prince Charming has almost taken over the kingdom. Artie thinks the city looks terrible. It wasn't like this when we left, Shrek tells him. They find Shrek's friend, Pinocchio. The villains have taken over, he says. Pinocchio points to a poster for a play. The poster shows Charming defeating Shrek. Shrek and his friends talk their way into the castle. They have to stop Charming. Shrek and Artie find Prince Charming. Charming laughs at Artie. Artie turns to Shrek. Go away, kid. There's nothing you can do, says Shrek. After Artie leaves the room, Charming captures Shrek. It's almost time for the play to start. Ladies and gentlemen, Charming says to the crowd, welcome to my happily ever after. He points his sword at Shrek. A bright light hits the stage. Hold it, Artie yells from above, and he grabs a rope and swings to the floor. Charming and his villains want to fight, but Artie has a better idea. Do you really want to be villains forever? He asks the bad guys. Don't you ever wish you could be something else? The villains like what they hear. They turn against Charming. Now Charming will never be king. Woohoo! Artie used to feel like a loser, but now he feels smart and strong. Maybe he is fit to be king after all. Shrek holds out the crown. It's yours if you want it, he tells Artie, but this time, it's your choice. Artie smiles and puts on the crown. His new subjects cheer and shout. Artie! 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 Yells the crowd. All right. Well, that's it for today, or for tonight. You guys can go get ready for bed now. So what should we do? We should go brush our teeth, wash our face. What else should we do? Put our jammies on and climb into bed so we can go to sleep. Right? Right? Sounds like a good idea. Should we sing our goodbye song so you guys can go to bed? Okay, ready? We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. We clap our hands for all our friends. We wave goodbye like this. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Sleep good. And I'll see you next time. Bye!